The Poly Caddis is a great imitation of a variety of insects with tent-shaped wings. It looks not only like caddisflies, but stoneflies and aquatic moths as well. Try them in olive, tan, black, yellow, and gray in sizes from 12 to 18. We're going to tie this one on a DF1 size 16 dry fly hook. You can also use a DF3. Once you have your hook firmly secured in the vise, load your bobbin with a spool of appropriately colored 70 denier thread. Here we're using olive. Start your thread on the hook shank, leaving an eye-length space behind the eye, and then take wraps down the shank to the start of the bend. Form a thin, tapered dubbing noodle on your tying thread. Once you have a noodle that's about 3 inches long, slide it up the thread to the hook shank. You can then begin taking wraps, starting at the bend and working your way forward. Do your best to create a nice, even body without too many lumps or bumps. Snip a 2-inch piece of poly yarn from the card. For small flies like this 16, you need to remove about 1/3 of the fibers. With that done, fold the poly in half, which will create a small loop. Place the loop on top of the hook where the dubbing ends, and secure it with several nice tight wraps of tying thread. The idea is to keep the poly centered on top of the hook shank. Pull the little loop back and take several wraps in front and beneath it to prop it up. Then use 2 or 3 half hitches to secure the thread. You can then snip your tying thread free. Now comes the fun part. Trim your wing off in an angle about like this. The very back of the wing should extend to the outside curve of the hook. With the wing done, snip the loop off to form a nice, neat angled head. Head cement is almost mandatory on this pattern to ensure the wing stays on top of the hook with repeated use.